Hey, good morning, everybody. So it's like the 10th of September. I don't know, somewhere right around there. But today we're going to fix a leak that we developed in our gray tank on our Cardinal Forks River. I hope that it's just where the tube goes in the top of the tank and the seal broke. So that will be the easy way. If it's a crack in the tank or something, well, it looks like we'll get some JB Weld. Come along, let's show you what we got going on here. First thing is, I put down our camper mat and some AstroTurf to get under the camper. There's my storage, you can see, and I'm going under the camper, so I wanted a good place to lay down. But the wind or something blew all these up in here. Y'all recognize what they are? We always called them goat heads in New Mexico, but out here in Utah they call them puncture weeds. So I got my shop vac. I'm just gonna clean them up real quick before I get started, and that'll stop those seeds from planting. All right, so I'll give you a little perspective. Here we are at the front of the fifth wheel, in case anybody hasn't seen my fifth wheel. That's what it looks like. We've had it since 2008. Ready to go camping. We're gonna go through the front part of the camper down here, and you can see where I laid my the camper mat down. Then I put the AstroTurf on. Made quick work about getting the goat heads all vacuumed up. So I got to remove that spare tire. No big deal, it just unwinds down. I want to show everybody underneath my camper. Now, all the campers that are saying they're four season and everything, and they have the corrugated cardboard underneath, mine does not. Mine has metal barn roofing underneath of it, and you can see that white one right there. That's one I replaced. They cost about $40 a sheet at Lowe's or Home Depot, and we are just gonna remove all this. They just have self-tapping screws on the end, and I have this down here because the dogs will come join me, and it's a lot more comfortable on me. Now I've got a propane line that runs down through there, just some brackets and some self-tapping screws as well. So we'll get all this off, and the metal barn roofing is on a track, so it slides out the front. Then I had to cut some holes where the pipe goes up, and the insulation you see hanging out, that's me putting up foam insulation to cover up the cracks. So we are gonna get busy this morning. So I'll get some tools and we'll get going. Well, I just finished my breakfast sandwich, and I still haven't started on my camper yet, but I have a cup of coffee. Gotta have my morning coffee before I start on the camper, so catch you later. Okay, so I'm in my workshop and I'm trying to get things around for my camper to get working on, but I haven't gotten there yet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Angie's in trouble today. Hope that camper gets done today. Uh-oh. Missed the board. It's hard to hold the camera. Uh-oh. We'll throw another one. Oh, there it is. Can you do it twice in a row, folks? Oh, popped another one in. Two more bags. Uh-oh, that one's going to go in. I'm going to throw what I call just a little bumper bag. Oh, nope. Well, I better get that camper started soon. Better get going. I can't remember what size self-tapping screws I put in, so I think I got every size nut driver there is. We'll be okay. Found my Gerber. I've had that for, I don't know, 30 years or so. Okay, we'll use that. There's that one glove I was looking for. Now I have a pair of gloves. The first thing we have to do is get this tire down. right down here. Now, your side, I'm up inside this bracket, so it's going to take me a little bit to get those out. But your side.
Did you unscrew it all?
I sure did.
Maybe where it's
It's in there good.
it might be a hot minute.
It's okay. I'm going to think it's this tank right here. Slide that right to the back. We only had to pull the two pieces of barn roof off to expose both our black tank and our gray tank. Now, we're betting that our gray tank is the one that's leaking. The nice thing is, we've had this off before, and we insulated and we did everything right. So this time, when the water ran, we're not going to have to replace any insulation. Looks like it just leaked down and out, so we're good to go. There's some money saved. So when you're working on your RV, spend the time, spend the money to make it right, because the insulation that was originally up here, the first time we had a leak, the insulation was just wasted and hard to get out, and it came out in clumps. So we did this one right. So all right, we are going to start filling up the tank with water so we can see where the leak is coming from. You ready, Ange?
I guess.
Okay, let's go. All right, so now that we found the source of the leak, we really didn't have to take the bottom of the camper apart, but I think it's good that we did that anyway, because we'll have to double check it after we're done. But it looks like the flange that's in top of the gray water tank is when Angie filled the shower up with buckets of water that had soap in them, the bubbles forced themselves out, and you could see the top. It was not the hole we thought it was. So there's two flanges that go in the top of the gray tank. One comes off the bathroom sink that's on the other side of our camper, and the other one comes off the shower on the opposite side. So both those pipes come down into the gray tank. So I use my Dremel tool with my cutting bit on there to cut around the tops of the pipes, the drain pipes that are going into the top of the gray tank. And now I'm using my multi-tool to cut a bigger hole. We're going to have to remove the flanges off the top of the tanks, clean everything up, prep it, dry it, and then reseal with a good tank sealant. And we already have some. It's like a double bubble. But I'm going to cut a bigger hole so we have a better area to work in. So here I go.
Hold on.
So it's not a pretty cutout, but I had to cut it out in a couple of hunks. But it'll be functional by the time we're done. All right, so I cut the plywood around. It's 3/4 inch plywood around the pipes that come in from the sink and from the shower down into the gray tank to give us more room to work. And now Angie is cleaning everything up, all the debris, the sawdust, the insulation, so we can get at the flanges on top of the tank a lot better. So as soon as she gets done cleaning it up and we get it all dried out, we'll take a look at it from there. Stand by for more. What you're looking at in the video is you see two silicone sealants, one going around the pipe that goes into the flange and then one at the base of the flange. So we got to separate them and get them out of there, clean it up, and reseal it. Dry everything out really good. So that's where our leak is coming from. So while we're there, on the right hand side of the picture is where the shower drain comes in, and I'm hoping we don't see a leak there. So we'll have to check it out. Nasty that is.
So what was your predicament there?
So the flange sits in the top of the tank like this, and I was trying to get it off the sides and everything so I could get it out. But when I did it, it pushed right in the tank, so I was hanging on it like that, and I couldn't let go of the flange where it was going to drop in the tank. So yay, I didn't let go. But it's nasty. Where's that paper towel that was?
I squeezed it dry. Here's another one.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll just go see if they have a brand new flange. They should sell these, and then we'll go from there. And you can see the water going in the tank down there, and we're going to fill it right up. That's fine, Ange.
All right, you guys, so we got back from the trailer store, state trailer store here in Utah, and we bought a whole new gasket. Is that what you call it?
I call it a flange, but you can call it a gasket.
And Steve's trying to put it right back in the top of the gray tank. That's where the tube goes into the black tank, or the gray tank, I mean.
So there's the flange installed, and the pipe sitting right next to it will pop down in there, and we're gonna seal up around the outside of the flange and around the outside of the pipe, just like it was. I may even put a little sealant inside that flange.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So Angie says no.
We want to be able to get it out if we
have to.
to.
All right. So the flange is in. It wasn't that hard, and I cleaned everything off, all the old sealant, vacuumed, wiped it down. Then I took a piece of 240 grit sandpaper, cleaned up whatever debris was around there, and then I lubed everything up with some mineral spirits and wiped it all down before I put that flange in there. So I think putting the mineral spirits on the flange helped significantly to get that in there correctly. So now I can put the pipe in, but I'm just gonna put the pipe in and let it set for a day. Then I'm gonna come back behind and seal, let everything dry out good. No mineral spirits left. So because I'll clean it off a little better, maybe find some glass cleaner or something, anything alcohol based, because I think the mineral spirit will act as a release agent to the caulk that we put on. And the caulk that we have is Pro Seal from the state trailer store. So they say they use Pro Seal on everything. So that's what we got. So I'm going to clean up a little bit more and just let it set for a day.
All right, you guys, so it's been a while later. We just waited for the seal to, let me turn on my, we're waiting for that seal to dry up. Steve thinks he's got it pretty good. So now we're just gonna go back underneath the camper and put all our insulation back together. Put the bottom back. We'll be good to go. It's been probably a week or two, and we just haven't been wanting to work on it. We've been busy doing other things, and since we're getting ready to go on the road, we figured we might as well finish it and not worry about it anymore. I want to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.